Hello, everybody. Whoa, where's my microphone? Hello, everyone. Oh, Fat. Hi, Jim. We got Michael, Jim and Joe. All the usual suspects. If you're watching from the United States, let me see a 1. If you're watching from Vietnam, why, good morning, Vietnam. Give me a 2. We're going to learn some English tonight. Yes, we are. When does this music end? Oh, here it goes. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Thank you, band. Thank you. Thank you to our band. Ladies and gentlemen, give the band a hand. Come on, give the band a hand. You've done very well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Very nice. Okay. It's Thursday. Today, we are going to learn about idioms. I love idioms. I love idioms. Do you guys like idioms? Do you guys like idioms? I don't just like it. I love it. Okay. Idioms là thành ngữ, phải không? It's been a while. It's been a while since we did some idioms. So we've got some new ones tonight. And I've always said, even if your English pronunciation is not perfect, even if you have a bad accent, even if you can't speak very quickly, the use of idioms and slang really improves your English. It improves your English for the person who's listening, right? Because you have to really know English to properly use idioms and slang. So who cares how you're pronouncing it? I do. I do. So we'll work on that too. But to have a conversation and be able to use idioms correctly will really up your game. Up your game. Will really up your English game, right? The conversation will be more fun. You're going to be more colorful. And the person listening, they're going to think, wow, your handle on the English language is really good. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. How many of you actually use idioms and slang in your English? Do you use it often? Y for yes, N for no. Y for yes, N for no. Do you use a lot of idioms and slang in your English? Hello, Hugh. Okay. Not too long ago. That's not okay. Not too long ago. No. Yes. Well, Jim does because Jim's white. Because Jim's white. Okay. Not too long ago, one of my favorite English students responded to me in a way that, I just felt so proud because I know that he hasn't been in the United States very long. And I saw a change in him ever since he started learning English from my YouTube channel. Right? Fat đây nè. Right here. Even though he says N, he doesn't use it often. But when he was texting me, he used sayings, and it just made me say, wow, that's awesome. Really awesome. So I think it's really useful to learn some English idioms because why? Someone else might use it. You don't know what the heck they're talking about. 2, if you start using them, your English just sounds so much better. Okay? Okay, here we go. English idioms. Idioms. Thành ngữ. Okay? Brush up. Brush up là gì? Brush up means to review a skill that you used to be good at doing. Okay? That means something you already knew how to do, something you were good at. Maybe you took a break. Here's a sentence. I need to brush up on my singing before the karaoke party. I need to brush up on my singing before the karaoke party. Okay? Như vậy là mình phải tập lại. You know how to do it, nhưng có thể lâu quá không làm, so you need to brush up. That means you're going to review what you used to be good at doing. Okay? So if you speak English every single day and you get good at it, and then suddenly you don't speak English for a long time, you better brush up on your English. Brush up on your English. Okay? On fire. I love this one. I say this all the time. On fire. Okay? Not literally, không phải là. What does it mean? It means doing very well. On fire. He just started his business last month, but he's on fire. Là thành công, thành công dữ lắm đó. Doing very well. He's on fire. Fork over. Okay, everyone, please be careful with this one. This one you do need how to you have to pronounce it correctly. I know this word is very hard. It's very difficult for Vietnamese. Fork. Fork. That R is so hard. Okay? Fork. Fork over. Có ai bao giờ nghe cái này chưa? Fork over. Have you heard of this before? It means to reluctantly give or transfer something. That means reluctantly là mình thực sự mình không có muốn nhưng mà phải làm. Okay? Fork over. Fork over. I had my car fixed just last month and had to fork over another $100 for an oil change. Fork over. Hoặc là, let's say we had a bet going on and you lost the bet. You lost the bet. And I'd say to you, okay, Jim, fork it over. Fork it over. That means give it to me. I know you don't want to. Okay, fork over. Please get better at saying the word fork before you try to say fork over. Okay. Fork over the money. Come on, fork it over. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, Jim. Fork it over, Jim. Okay. Killing it. Have you guys heard this before? This is a very common saying. Killing it. If we read it literally, killing là giết, nhưng mà cái thành ngữ này á, two meanings. It can have a couple of meanings. The first meaning, doing well. Doing well. Second meaning, to stop something. It can mean doing well or to stop something. So it depends on context, yeah? It depends on how you use it in a sentence. Here we go. That restaurant just opened last week, but already they're killing it. That means doing very well. Nhà hàng đó mới mở cửa nha, mới khai trương mà already là khách đông thiệt đông đó. So already they're killing it. That means doing very well. Here's how to use it for the second meaning. Only a few people signed up for the class, so they're killing it after this semester. That means they're gonna stop that class. They're not gonna offer it anymore. Okay, they're gonna kill it. Only a few people signed up for the class, so they're killing it. Uh-oh. I have a typo in there. So they're killing it after this semester. Okay? Hit the nail on the head. I know you've heard about this. Who's heard this saying? Who's heard? Yes? Why for yes? Have you heard this? Cái này người Mỹ nói nhiều nhiều lắm nha. Hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. Hmm? What does that mean? It means you figured it out. You got it right. Hit the nail on the head. Quý vị, imagine cái đinh á, cái đinh, and then it has a little, okay? You hit the nail on the head. Là chính xác luôn á. That's what it means. Khi mình đóng đinh, right? Mình phải đóng cho chính xác luôn, phải? Hammers are a thing in my world. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. Đúng, bạn nói rất đúng. Okay. Reinvent the wheel. You might hear this in a work setting. Reinvent the wheel là sao? Attempt to duplicate, most likely with inferior results, a basic method that's already been created by others. Okay, so something has already been done and they've been done well. You don't need to try to do it a different way because chances are it won't work as well. So when someone says, don't try to reinvent the wheel, that means don't waste your efforts doing something when we already know how to do it. Let's not try to reinvent the wheel and figure what we should do after it's dry. Okay? So in this sentence, that means we already know how to dry it. Let's not figure out a new way of drying it. Let's figure out what we should do after. Don't waste your efforts trying to do something we already know how to do easily. Okie dokie. Okay. Missed the boat. Missed the boat. How many people have heard this expression used? Why for yes? Có bao giờ nghe không? Missed the boat. Missed the boat. Okay, nếu mà mình đọc mà literally đó, missed the boat. Nếu như khi đó mình tính là đi trên tàu nhưng mà you were too late. Okay? It means missed a chance or missed out on an opportunity. Okay? That's what it actually means. Missed the boat. Here's a sentence. He missed the boat when he didn't respond to the email on time. He missed the boat when he didn't respond to the email on time. Missed the boat là mất cơ hội đó. Okay? All right. Here we go. Why can't see you? Bích Hồng, Bùi, I have no idea what you're talking about. Hot air. Hot air mà literally là hơi nóng, phải không? Do you know what hot air means? Hot air means empty, exaggerated talk. Nếu mà tiếng Việt mình là I think là giống như là ai mà họ nói dóc nhiều á, nói dóc. Yeah, that's what it is, nói dóc. Don't take that guy's advice. He's full of hot air. He's full of hot air. Okay? That means he talks a lot, but there's not a lot there. Okay? Cái miệng khi nào nó cũng nói nhiều lắm. Như vậy là, hình như là tiếng Việt mình nói là no, 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 cái đó khác nữa. Có tiếng nhưng mà hông có miếng là khác nữa. Forget it. But don't take that guy's advice. He's full of hot air. So, do you see when you get better, okay, idioms, it's important to learn them as a phrase and say them together. So, you don't want to say, he's full of hot air. You don't want to say it that way. Push it together. Full of hot air. Full of hot air. Okay? Don't listen to him. He's full of hot air. Okay. Go round in circles. Nổ, đúng rồi đó, chị. Ông đó nổ dữ lắm. That's exactly right. That's a nice Vietnamese slang that covers that. Go round in circles. It means to waste time and energy doing something. Okay, go round in circles. Here's my sentence. I showed him 3 times how to do it, but he wasn't paying attention. I was just going round in circles. This actually happens a lot. Okay, that means là giống như là thật sự là phí thì giờ của mình, mất công mình đó. Okay? Going round in circles. No, nói lòng vòng là khác. Okay? Nói lòng vòng là khác. Okay? Talking in circles is different. Talking in circles là họ cứ nói mà thực sự nó không có make sense, okay? Họ cứ nói lòng vòng, mình cứ whatever, that's different. Nhưng mà go round in circles là khác. Go round in circles is to waste energy and time doing something. Okay? Là you try to teach someone, cứ là chỉ đi chỉ lại nhưng mà họ không có hiểu, họ không có pay attention, họ không có làm được. Nên mình thấy là oh my gosh, nó cái phí thì giờ cái công của mình. Okay? I showed him 3 times how to do it, but he wasn't paying attention. I was just going round in circles. Okay. Oh boy. I had a lot of red flags this week. Red flag. Red flag. A sign of possible trouble. Red flag. Không biết tiếng Việt mình có cái gì mình nói xem như vậy không? It took him a long time to answer simple questions. That should have been a red flag. It took him a long time to answer simple questions. That should have been a red flag. And sometimes people ignore red flags. And that's when the term red flag is used a lot, is when people ignore it. All right, let me give you an example, okay? Let's get a real example. Okay. Like if you have a customer and you make an appointment and they miss their appointment. Okay? And then you make another appointment and they miss that appointment. And they keep on missing appointments. Okay. That should be a red flag that this person probably might not show up to work on time, might not be dependable, might not be reliable. Okay. Red flag. Red flag. Okay. Or like dating. Oh, this is a good one. Bạn bè Lina bị hoài à nha. Like, so I have girlfriends who, when they're in the dating scene, tell me a lot of funny stories. And I very often say, well, that should have been a red flag. Things like mm, being stood up. Has anyone heard that before? Stood up. Stood up. Nếu mà mình nói riêng nó là đứng lên, stood up. Đứng lên. Nhưng mà when you say I was stood up là mình hẹn mà bị hẹn I guess tiếng Việt kêu là hẹn. Hẹn. Is it lèo? Or what? Nhưng là you know, sao anh hẹn mà anh không đến đó? What is that song? I know that song. So that means họ hẹn với mình mà họ something else. Cho mình leo cây phải không? Oh, that's what we call it. Hứa lèo, yeah. Cho leo cây đó đó, yeah. So my girlfriend, one in particular, nhưng mà I know a couple people like this. Là cứ đi blind date, cứ là trên cái Bumble với Tinder whatever, rồi hẹn đi chơi. Hẹn rồi cứ bị là đó, cứ bị cho leo cây đó, you know. And then họ message lại, họ, you know, họ sorry, họ nói thôi, họ năn nỉ thôi cho thêm cơ hội đi. And then he did it again. He stood her up again. And then guess what? Lần thứ 3 hứa hẹn, nhỏ bạn nó vẫn là hẹn á. What is that called? What is that called? I think it's called desperate. That's what that's called. Mình á ha, one là không bị, nhưng mình bị một lần rồi, that's it, man. No way. Anyway. And then sau đó là cũng là, finally gặp cái anh đó. Rồi sau đó nữa là he cứ là oh my gosh, là cứ làm cho cô này khổ dữ lắm luôn. You know what I told her? Yeah, remember when you first met him? He stood you up like 4 times and you still went out with him? Well, that should have been a red flag. Okay, that's my red flag story. Sleep on. Sleep on. To sleep on something. Holding off on an important decision until the next day. Okay, you don't want to decide right now. You're going to delay your decision. You're going to think about it. You're holding it off. He wanted me to sign the contract, but I said I'd sleep on it. I said I'd sleep on it. No, I did not put it in my bed, and I did not actually sleep on it. It means you're going to wait, okay? You're going to think about it. I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm going to sleep on it. It doesn't always mean the next day. So when people say, I'm going to sleep on it, it just means they're going to take some time to think about it. Okay? Think about it. Right. Oh, step up your game. We did talk about this earlier. Step up your game means to improve performance, quality, skill, or talent. Yeah. Step up your game. You better step up your game. A real singer will be at the party tonight. You better step up your game. Là make sure là bây giờ là chiều nay mà hát, karaoke là phải là cố gắng làm sao mà hát cho hay đó nha, tại vì sẽ có ca sĩ, real ca sĩ đó. Step up your game. Okay. Short fuse. Have you heard short fuse before? Quý vị biết fuse là cái gì không? Khi mà họ nói short fuse, like in cartoons, when you see dynamite and then they light the dynamite thì cái đường nó cháy like this. So they say short fuse. Okay, short fuse. What it means is quick to get angry. Okay, mấy người nóng tính á. Short fuse. Okay, là nóng tính, short fuse. Same thing as when people say short temper. Hmm? Tara has a short fuse. She screams at people over the smallest things. Tara has a short fuse. She screams at people over the smallest things. Look out for people with short fuses. Yep. Do you know anyone named Tara with a short fuse? Screams at people for no reason? Stay away from people like Tara. Okie dokie now. Plain as day. Plain as day. Plain as day means easy and clear to understand. Easy and clear to understand. Plain as day. Okay, remember, learn it together. Learn it as a phrase, not từng chữ. Okay, don't say plain as day. Together. Plain as day. Plain as day. She didn't have to say much. Her feelings for him were plain as day. Nhưng mà không cần nói mình cũng biết rồi đó. Okay? Nhìn vào thấy liền. She didn't have to say much. Her feelings for him were plain as day. Easy to see, easy to understand. Okay? On the money. Are you on the money? On the money là sao? Cái này cũng là người ta nói rất là nhiều nè. On the money. On the money means being right about something. On the money. You were right on the money with him. You were right on the money with him. Hoặc là you were on the money with him. He's not someone I can trust. Being right about something. Chẳng hạn như mình có người business partner nhưng người khác nói là I don't know. I don't know about him. Rồi sau đó mình mới thấy là cái anh đó thật sự không có tốt, phải không? Khi đó nói là you were on the money with him. On the money. Đúng. Bone to pick. Bone to pick. Who has heard of this saying? Who has heard of this saying and who knows what it means? This is why English is so hard. Okay? This is why English is so hard. It makes no sense. Conversational English makes no sense. That's why people who learn English as a second language are freaking superheroes. It's not easy. It's not easy. Bone to pick. Bone là xương. What? Bone to pick là vậy. A complaint that needs to be discussed. Như vậy là có cái gì wrong đó, có cái chuyện gì đó mà phải bàn. Okay? Can we talk? I have a bone to pick with you. I have a bone to pick with you. A bone to pick. Right away, you know it's a complaint. A bone to pick. A bone to pick. Okay? We have a problem. That's right, Nathaniel. We didn't talk. Because we got a problem. Right? Right. No. Pick up the slack is different. Bone to pick is different. Yeah. Lights are on, but nobody's home. Lights are on, but nobody's home. Who's heard of this? Có ai nghe chưa? Có ai nghe chưa? Lights are on, but nobody's home. Khi mà nếu mà quý vị sau này mà nghe cái này đó, là họ đang nói là cái người đó ngu. Nhưng mà họ nói một cách rất là, it's a nicer way of saying someone's stupid. Lights are on, but nobody's home. Okay? Just spend a minute with him and you can tell the lights are on, but nobody's home. Như vậy là mình nói chuyện với người này một chút xíu thôi, mình biết liền á. Họ không có được thông minh. Okay? Lights are on, but nobody's home. I want you to choose an idiom that you learned tonight and start using it. This would be a funny one. This would be a funny one. Yeah. Well, Lana, thank you so much. Lana likes today's lesson. Okay. Rock the boat. Rock the boat. Michael, be on your best behavior with this one. Rock the boat means to make trouble. Okay, to make trouble. Khi mà mình nói ai mà rock the boat là making trouble, okay? So they weren't even looking at each other. I wanted to ask what happened, but I didn't want to rock the boat. Okay, cause trouble. Rock the boat. Rock the boat. Now, if someone says, if the boat's rocking, don't bother knocking, that's something else. That's something else. That is advanced. That is advanced English. Okay, shall I? Wet blanket. Wet blanket. Cái blanket là cái chăn, cái mền. But it's wet. Bây giờ quý vị mà tưởng tượng mà mình đắp mền mà cái mền nó wet thì nó feel sao? You know what this means? This means a person who spoils the fun for others. A person who spoils the fun for others. If you're going to come to the party, just don't be a wet blanket. Okay? Don't be a wet blanket. I know a lot of people who are wet blankets. Là mọi chuyện đang vui nhưng mà khi nào họ cũng sao á, họ làm cho người khác đang vui mà họ nói hoặc là họ làm gì đó làm cho mất vui. Okay? Làm cho người khác mất vui. Don't be a wet blanket. Don't be a wet blanket. Have you heard that before? Or is this new? Have you heard this before? I bet you there are actually some người Mỹ, họ cũng không có hiểu really wet blanket là cái gì. Yeah. Well, of course, Jim, of course, you know all the sayings. You're 80. Okay, here we go. It's new. Yeah. It's new to a lot of people. Kể cả người Mỹ, không phải ai cũng hiểu nha. Get your feet wet. Oh, get your feet wet là sao? Get your feet wet means to begin a new activity. Get your feet wet. Như vậy là mình sẽ try cái gì mình chưa làm. Mình chưa bao giờ làm. Finally, he decided to get his feet wet and signed up for ballroom dancing lessons. Get your feet wet. It means to try something new. Try something new. Give it a try. A tall order. A tall order. Cái này chắc có thể là quý vị chưa nghe. Chưa nghe. Some idioms là very common, họ use hàng ngày. And then some idioms nó tùy người. Và some of them là like when I hear people use idioms that aren't very common, I love it. To me, that's like there's just some I really like that. Yeah. A tall order. A tall order means a challenging task or a difficult requirement. So when I say that's a tall order, oh, như vậy là mình đòi hỏi hơi nhiều đó. Yeah. To do $1 million in sales is a tall order for any new business. Tall order. Something challenging, something difficult. Okay? Không có dễ mà làm được vậy đâu đó. So one way you could use this is if someone says to you, they want you to do this and this and this. Maybe you can do this and maybe this, but to do this and this and this là đòi hỏi hơi nhiều. So you might say, oh, that's a tall order. That means you're asking a lot. You're asking a lot. Okay? Shoot the breeze. I bet you guys have heard this. Shoot the breeze. Nghe chưa? Who's heard of it? Give me a Y. Okay, Jim Rada, you're going to put a Y. Michael, you're going to put a Y. Nathaniel, you're going to put a Y. Shoot the breeze. Khi mà mình lấy từng câu á, shoot là bắn. Còn breeze là giống như là cơn gió mà nhẹ nhàng á. Okay? What the heck does shoot the breeze mean? To spend time talking. But the talk is not không phải là meaningful conversation. It's useless talking or chit-chat. So when you say shoot the breeze, it's not the same thing as having a discussion. Not the same thing. Because shoot the breeze là cũng là, nói nhưng mà nothing of any substance. Okay? So like useless chatter. The power was out at the office. So we spent the whole day just shooting the breeze. Shooting the breeze. Shoot the breeze. It means let's just talk. Talk. Yes, Michael, very good. Sometimes people say it a different way. Can you swear on YouTube? I think you can, right? Can you swear on YouTube? Yes, I think you can. Another way of saying this, if you're very friendly, if it's very conversational, if it's very casual, instead of saying shoot the breeze, you be like Michael and you say shoot the shit. Trời, shoot the shit là cái gì? Oh, we're just shooting the shit. And what that means is là nói qua nói về nhưng mà, không có really talk about anything. Có thể là hỏi thăm hoặc là nói những cái gì mà nó không có quan trọng. Tán dóc, đúng rồi, shoot the breeze. Yep, shoot the breeze. Shoot the breeze. But if you're Michael, you can say shoot the shit. So if you have time, come on over. We'll have coffee and shoot the shit. See, how can people learning to speak English understand it? Okay. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for adding that. Rồi. Back to the wall. Back. Lưng đó. Back to the wall. When you have your back to the wall, it means you're in a difficult situation. Okay, if someone has your back to the wall, they've put you in a difficult situation. Okay? He had his back to the wall, so he had no choice but to pay the penalty. Back to the wall. Back to the wall. My back to the wall. Okay. All right, then. Let's see what's next. Oh, sweep under the rug. Sweep under the rug. Sweep under the rug. Là mình quét. Sweep là quét. Dưới cái tấm cái rug á. Do we have rugs in Vietnam? Rug tiếng Việt kêu là gì? Cái tấm gì đó? I don't know. Okay, sweep under the rug means to hide a problem or keep a problem a secret instead of dealing with it. Okay, to sweep something under the rug là mình đang giấu. Tấm thảm, of course. Trời ơi. Nhiều lúc mình biết chứ không phải mình không biết. Nhiều lúc mình think nó không ra luôn. Thank you. Thank you chị Loan. Cái tấm thảm. Mình đang quét cái gì ở dưới cái tấm thảm, okay? It means to hide a problem. I hide a problem. The best way to prevent it from happening again, I'm sorry about the typos, is to deal with it now rather than sweeping it under the rug. Sweeping it under the rug. Here's another one. She went to her boss with her concerns, but he swept it under the rug. Okay, swept it under the rug. So you know it's a problem and you're hiding it. You don't want other people to know. You don't want to deal with it. Sweep it under the rug. Okay? Hit the road. I think you know this, yeah? Hit the road, dễ mà. Hit the road. It means to depart or to leave. Hit the road. Okay? Cái chữ hit has so many different meanings. Okay? Nếu mà mình học cái chữ hit thôi đó thì đập hoặc là đánh, right? Many other meanings too. Hit the road is to leave, okay? Look at the time. I better hit the road before it gets dark. I'm sorry about the typos. I better hit the road before it gets dark. That's right, Brandon. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. It means to get out of here. Let's get going. Hit the road, Jack. Oh, so you learned it from a song, right? Okay. And boy, look at the time. I better hit the road before it gets dark. So there are your idioms for tonight. Did you like tonight's lesson? Do you like tonight's lesson? Minh Nhật nói là, cô nói tiếng Anh full hết nên em không thể hiểu hết được. Dĩ nhiên là em sẽ không có hiểu hết được. Nhưng mà đây là idioms mà thường thường khi mà mình muốn xài idiom thì ít nhất là mình phải biết tiếng Anh pretty good mới dùng idiom được, phải hông? Ừm, và khi mà mình học idiom đó, learn it together, learn it as a phrase, learn the meaning. Oh, you guys like it. Yeah, like it. You really, really like it. It's great. Oh, okay, very nice. Okay, you love the show. You love the lesson. So, like let's like here, I'm going to remove it and then I'm going to go all the way to the beginning. So we went through maybe 30 of them or I don't know how many I did. But instead of just like listening tonight, try to pick one or two that you really like. Try to pick one or two là mình có thể mình dùng được, mình xài được á, mình nói được á. And start putting it into your vocabulary. Okay? Start putting it into your vocabulary. That's how you learn it and that's how you use it comfortably. Okay? So, whatever it is, brush up, on fire. This is easy. This is easy. Okay? Nếu mà mình muốn can I họ làm việc tốt hoặc là whatever, mình nói là "Oh my god, you're on fire. You're on fire." Ai mà làm việc rất là tốt, you're on fire. So that's a compliment. Okay? Remember, don't use this unless you can say fork. Fork it over. Fork over some money. That means to give something reluctantly. Okay? Killing it, that's another one. Oh, he's killing it. He's killing it. He's on fire. He's just killing it. Hmm? That's another easy one. Hit the nail on the head. I think I might have hit the nail on the head with this lesson. Everyone likes it. They don't reinvent the wheel. Miss the boat. Miss the boat không phải là bị trễ nhưng mà mất cơ hội. Mà có thể là mình mất cơ hội lại tại vì mình trễ. Okay? So it actually means a missed opportunity. Okay? You missed the chance. But if you really did miss the boat, it's because you were late. That's different. Hot air. Mình thấy ai mà họ nói dốc nhiều quá đó. He's full of hot air. Full of hot air. Okay? Jim liked tonight's lesson. Remember, red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Hoặc là next time mà ai nói gì mình mà mình chưa có quyết định được á, mình nói là let me sleep on that. Let me sleep on that or I'm going to sleep on that. I'm going to sleep on that. Let me sleep on that. That means you're going to take some time and you're going to think about it. Easy. Step up your game. Step up your idioms game. That means improve. Step up your game. Okay? Short fuse. Someone's got a short fuse. That means they get mad very easily. Nóng tính. Short-tempered, short fuse. She's got a short fuse. I don't like people like that. Plain as day. Plain as day. Very clear. Clear. Easy. Okay? On the money. On the money is being right about something. On the money. You were so on the money. That means you were so right. You were so on the money. Okay? It just sounds, it's more conversational and it just, boy, when you know your idioms, your English just sounds better. right? So instead of saying, "You were so right," "You were on the money." Okay, bone to pick. I have a bone to pick with you. This is actually a nice way of saying, "Listen, I'm not happy about something. I wanna talk to you about something." Okay? Now, I've got a bone to pick with you. I wanna discuss something. I have a complaint. Okay? Or you can learn this one. So instead of calling someone stupid, you can say the lights are on, but nobody's home. Okay? You describe a stupid person. Ugh, lights are on, but nobody's home. Don't rock the boat. Rock the boat means to cause trouble, make trouble. Okay? Leave it alone. Don't rock the boat. Wet blanket. Wet blanket. Um, Michael, that's funny. Let's go back to this one. Lights are on, but nobody's home. There are so many ways to say this. So Michael says, the elevator doesn't go to the top floor. Man, that's another one. Or he's not the sharpest tool, right? Not the sharpest tool in the drawer, not the sharpest tool in the shed. What's another way of saying it? The elevator doesn't go to the top floor. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? So, Michael. So there are different ways to say it. Very funny, actually. Okay. Now we go. Now we go. Here we go. Rock the boat. Wet blanket. That means you always spoil the fun for everyone else. Mọi người đang vui, nhưng mà cái người này cũng khi nào cũng làm cho mọi người khác mất vui đó. Wet blanket. Just don't be a wet blanket. You can come to my party. Just don't be a wet blanket. Okay? Get your feet wet. Get your feet wet. That try something new. Try something new. Or maybe you want to use this one. At work, if they ask you to do a lot of things, you might say, "Oh, that's a tall order." Tall order là khi mà ai mà đòi hỏi hơi nhiều đó. Okay? This is I think a lot of you will you choose this one. Shoot the breeze. Let's shoot the breeze. Come on over, we'll shoot the breeze. Okay? Nói chuyện tán dóc, whatever. Shoot the breeze. Or the adult way of saying it, the other one. The other one. Back to the wall. He had his back to the wall. Như vậy là ai mà đã bỏ mình trong một cái situation mà difficult situation. Okay? Back to the wall. Là mình không có đường khác để đi, mình không có đường để trở nữa đó. My back to the wall. Okay? Sweep under the rug. Sweep under the rug. Okay? If I come to you with a problem, yeah, please don't sweep this under the rug. That means don't hide it, deal with it, let's take care of it, let's address it. Don't sweep it under the rug. That means don't hide it. Hit the road. Hit the road. Look at the time. I better hit the road. That means get out of here. I need to go. I need to go. Okay, to leave. Very good. What other types of lessons do you like? I know that a lot of people like slang. They like to learn about conversational English, idioms. Tại vì sao? Because if you really want to talk to someone, you should know these things. Ừm. Nhiều người học tiếng Anh nhưng mà học xong rồi học mấy năm luôn cũng không có thể mà have a conversation với người bản xứ được. Because we speak differently. We use a lot of slang. We use a lot of idioms. Okay? So, if you would like me to do a video on something, remember that I check the comments, and almost all of my videos are because someone asked a question or made a suggestion, right? Um, what is the difference between idiom and metaphor? Oh, that's a good question. I think ooh, I think some idioms can be a metaphor, but is a metaphor is a figure of speech. If you if you if you ask me to translate that in Vietnamese, I don't think I can. Because metaphor, I don't know the metaphor tiếng Việt. I don't know if nói bóng gió, I don't know if that's correct. Yeah, I don't know if that's correct. Um, but a metaphor is normally like a bunch of a phrase or putting words together that describe a situation or describe something without using the literal description. So I don't know. But idioms are different. Idioms idioms can be completely a different meaning, you would never guess it. But a metaphor, you can kind of guess because the meaning is the same. It's a description without being literal about it. Nghĩa bóng là metaphor hả? Okay, okay. Nghĩa bóng. Learn something. Okay. Do you help in tax seasons? Well, we did a video about taxes. I don't do taxes. I don't do taxes. Ấn dụ. I don't know. Brandon, so I did a video about it to tell you about the different changes in tax law that will affect your filing this year for 2022. But I don't do taxes. I don't have the time, and no, I do not. But taxes are very important. That is half of my conversation with most people who contact me. They have no idea the taxes they're going to owe later. So, we talk about that a lot. Khi mà quý vị, tống tiền vào 401k để mình defer, you have to pay it, you have to pay it. Bởi vậy mình nên tính là bây giờ mình đang, làm việc, mình có cái tiền lương, okay? Nhưng mà mỗi tháng, 2 tuần mình trả thuế nơi cái số tiền đó. Is that better? Hay là mình tống vào 401k để mình hoãn thuế, rồi 20 năm, 30 năm nó ăn tiền lời nó grow dữ lắm, rồi khi đó quý vị lấy ra phải trả thuế. You have to. No way to describe, no way to avoid it. No way to avoid it, right? Literal meaning là nghĩa đen, đâu phải, hình như nghĩa đen hả? I don't know. Literal. Không phải là nghĩa trắng hả? Which is trắng, which is đen, I don't know. Because in English we say black and white. And black and white means very easy to figure out là nó sao là nó vậy đó. So literal. Figurative, nghĩa bóng. I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that. Okay, very good, Brandon. Very good. Okay, everybody. Oh, look at the time. I got to hit the road. It's already 8 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here's a little, let's do some music. Let's do a little music before we go. Shall we? Okay, let's hold on a second. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Thank you for watching tonight. I've been very busy. I apologize for the typos. Okay. Apologize for the typos. I really enjoyed tonight's lesson too. I hope you did. Any questions? Put it in comments. If while you're doing your taxes, you're kind of hating it, contact me so we could figure out something else. Let's take a look at what you're doing. See if we can do something better for you. Lana likes this music. Everyone loves the lesson tonight. I love it. I love it. Yay. Very nice. Thank you, Phát, chị Minh Châu, Jim người Mỹ, 80 tuổi mà Hy cũng thích luôn. Hy cũng thích luôn. Okay, everybody. I sure appreciate you watching. Nhớ like nha. Nhớ like và share với bạn bè. Okay. Have a great weekend coming up. By the way, every Friday I'm going to try to post do something live on Facebook Live with finances. Because not everyone watches YouTube. Okay. Bye, everybody.